Hello and welcome back to Geek, Feng, Shui. I'm your host and game master, Bob Sellers, Jr. Shout out to our friends at Good Brewing here in Castle Manorville, under pressure in Golden Valley, in southwest, southeast, and beautiful an island, Minnesota, where venues of similar nature near you and yours. Family, pet, kid, fun, friendly, whether you bring them or find them there. Websites, Facebook pages, events, holidays, all year long, they are the place to be. Or go touring. You can get actually a brewery passport and get them stamped and free pints as you go around the country visiting these different breweries and enjoying the ambiance. And sometimes you might find yourself on Saturdays, good, and limbering up to do yoga because, as we know, yoga under the influence is pure entertainment and not considered illicit in any way, shape, or form. Well, maybe in the Bible Belt, but we enjoy the video and photo evidence. Just saying. Check out my books at sellersjr.com, my overall website, geekfengshui.com, this channel, which we really do appreciate all the likes, those that have and those are to come, subscriptions, setting of the bell, commentary. It is moderated because of the trolls. If you leave a comment, I will be checking periodically. It passes a sniff test and doesn't contain any vulgarities. I swear, they can't even, the trolls can't spell their swear words properly. It's like they need to have an online spelling follow language. By the way, the F word is not a word. It's an acronym. There's periods between it. You may or may not know what the acronym is. But, yeah. Trolls apparently are clueless, which isn't standard, as I understand it. To be a troll, there's a certain IQ level, and it's not high. Quite the opposite. But, speaking of trolls, I've been having fun doing a little mind experiment with my videos. That still draws the most views. I have no idea why. I went and looked, I thought maybe I'm screwing up something while I'm posting this or something, because I just don't understand. I mean, naivety is naivety. But there will be more. She and the Paladin and my Rogue will be 80, because on the 20th of next month, Warcraft Cataclysm Classic comes out. So everything that's Wrath of the Lich King will become next level, so to speak. We'll have 2 new races. Cataclysm is got a mixed bag of reviews from people. I claim it to be the next best thing to sliced bread. There's updates going on. I should have waited to fire this up. But yeah, and if you don't want to see my videos, it's a two-way street. You can subscribe and set the bell and you won't see any of them. And that way you don't see them and I get the subscriptions. So I'm only, 340 away
what do you have today?
from the magic 500 level. So I am likely not to ever see that, but it will be fun to get there someday. I think you get a little plaque from YouTube. That could be the 10,000 one. I don't. Ooh. That is something I would find myself writing.
Crucial to the modern warrior. Take care of your. Have you got a con? Finally.
And I didn't do the Super Tuesday. I went and made sure I got the store. So I have it for this video. Dude, now watch this set mount I just bought. Been there, done that. Ooh, a nice tailpiece. All right. Let's see where we're going here. I haven't fired the game up. There's updates that Assassin's Creed has put out. I was updating them. I'll do the easy peasy one. Yeah, I decided to get my rogue because Red Baroness obviously is my bumper. So we're tonight. She's a maker. She's not gather. Bodicea, my priest, is a tailor and a nerver. Almost max level on both. I think she's max level on herbs, just not tailoring yet. And then my Tranquility, my paladin, is a skinner, and to go look and see what she is, I'm forgetting now. I'm focusing on the rogue because when I found out she's a skinner and a miner, so that she gets the gems because Red Baroness is a jewel crafter and inscriptionist. So when Cataclysm comes out, gatherers will be getting XP for mining and herbing. You already get it for skinning usually because you have to kill that which you skin. So, but people say, well, why can't herbers and miners and archaeologists for that matter? I think they get XP. And the leveling will be so. I mean, it already is because you get a 50% boost. So having heirlooms, as I found, after going all the work to get the shoulders for the cloth, it's like, you know, it was worth it just because I got better gear for Baroness. But and I've gotten lock picking so I can have some. I've had some inadvertent fun, and I don't do it on purpose, but I've got my lock picking and skinning or leatherworking can be a tad tricky because you only go up, I think it's 4 times your level for lock picking at a time. So, like right now, every time I level up, I can go 5 levels. Well, the only way you go up is by opening up chests or locks. 5 each level. You can open up 100 chests and you'll still only go 5. So all of my characters that have done instances in the higher levels, I've needed on all of the chests. I have them in my guild bank. I can go get 5 at a time on each level. And so when you're doing
You have my sincere thanks, friend.
level 50 dungeons, I forget which one there are. Prison and the other upper city. There's a gate. When I talk about having some fun, so I'll go in and you need a key normally, which is hard to find. I don't think on any of my other characters that ran through that I'm on my rogue, and ironically I did, but on the other characters I never ran across anybody that actually had the keys already. So I'll run up and unlock, even if the one we're queued for is the short one. Let's go over and do this. We go to this big boss. And I have seen the entire party wipe because they weren't ready for what they got into. And my rogue can vanish And when they really, you know what hits the fan, and some of these people don't know how to exit a dungeon, exit an instance. Whoa, that might be a little bit too much. My rogue has save fall, so I'm used to jumping great distances. Not that this is a rogue, obviously, but well, she could be considered, I suppose, in the time period. But anyway, if it's Upper Black Rock Spire, it has like 4 instances to it. And of all the dungeons, I was reticent about getting into dungeons, and I still kind of am. But having gone through them enough, the problem that there is with them, A, is getting quests, which just fixed in Cataclysm, because by the time I was doing dungeons and looking for group, when you went in, the quest givers are right there in the dungeon. Whereas now they're not, unless you have somebody that goes and gets them. But you get a lot of nice gear, but the directions that you have to get through them are confusing, particularly Blackrock Spire. You know, I've not tanked any of them unless it was a case where the tank died and Baroness jumped in and did her thing. But a lot of tanks don't know where they're going. They've never been in some of these instances. I mean, it's like, seriously, dude, why don't you run it as a DPS just to see before you run it as a tank? And that same server that caused me grief as a healer, only because their tanks are just crazy, they're a bit more tolerable as DPS because A, I can follow them, and when they screw up and wipe, I can vanish and just decide if I want to stay or not. I don't have to heal them. They have come back to bite me because I was in one group. And usually I can tell why I'm getting kicked for something. Yeah, I got kicked. Afterwards, I go back and look at the dungeon meter, and it's like, oh, I bet one of those people were with me when I was watching their party go belly up. I mean, no offense to that, I think it's Benediction is a server that I always run into problems with. But, nice people normally, but when you get it crazy, I don't know if they have tank training, whatever, but their tanks are crazy. And their DPS can be even worse when you're pulling it a lot faster. And we had a guy doing that. That was not ideal. I say guy, it could have been a gal. You can't tell the gender of the player. Kills a target. Yeah, at first I was really bummed out, to be honest, that there were forces from the Cataclysm because I lose South Shore. And that was one of the reasons I brought back memories of South Shore. All of my characters have got their first honor kill. Baroness was the only one that she did kill a guy. I went up there and took out a horde just to say I did it. But she didn't get an honor kill until much later because she was already 58 or 60 by the time she went up there. And you don't get an honor kill for anybody that's, I think it's 10 or less. You certainly do if they're 5 or more above you, as characters found out. So all my characters have taken out hordes that are much higher levels, so it's not really ganking per se. And there have been AFK horde that, it was funny as I know that once you have an 80, like with Red Baroness I have, I can buy a book for 1,000 gold, so that while you can get flying at 60 in Outland, in the next area you normally can't fly to 78, and unless you have an 80 that can buy a book, then you can fly at 68. I was somewhere, and they were flying up there, and it was 65 or something. I can't remember what it was. And I realized, oh, there's a quest the Horde have that temporarily give them a mount. And these yokels, and it's not cheating, it's not hacking. They were using the system as it is designed. But you can fly around there. So an Herber was using the mount. Well, it was annoying because my spy add-on kept going off. Well, anyway, they went AFK, and I came across them, and they were much higher level. I took them out. Usually when you start to, and they're like, oh, they run away. No, they didn't run away. Hold up that. These probably for the Valkyries. You've seen a lot of action movies. Flying through there with blades, flying in. I believe that's the 20. It is. So with that, that is the end of our cup of Feng Shui. Belated Super Tuesday. And I'm practicing my lessons more with videos because I think it may have been overwhelming people. I didn't hear either way, but it's hard getting likes. Man, the views. To give an example, so I posted on last Saturday a video of my priest when I started out, and within a half a day she had 500 views, which is big. Don't get me wrong. It was going crazy. Well, then I went and did my paladin, and I figured, well, I'll end the weekend with priest. And post the other one. Now she's up to almost 1,600 views and a lot of likes. So people do like it. People have pressed dislike, not knowing the dislike button does not do anything whatsoever. And if you really don't want to see it, like I said, if somehow my channel keeps showing up, subscribe and set the bell not to see anything. I think that is probably the only way that. I mean, there's a funny story I'll share with you from my various writing groups. It has to do with ebooks. Ebooks are electronic, hence E. And when you upload them, there's different formats and stuff. And it's one author who's really well published. He makes a living off of his books. It's like bad comments. You learn to ignore them. It's like barbecue. You just shuffle them off. Morons are morons. And that's the way you look at it. And trolls are trolls. It's just the way they are. They're half-wits and type with one finger and one eye. It's just so they can see the keys. And you might have to wipe the drool off. But he had like an 8-book series. And this one person kept putting 1 star on each book. It's like, well, dude, if you didn't like the first book, why would you buy the second? Okay, if you didn't like the first 2, why would you buy the third? And so I contacted him just to ask and find out. Well, it turns out in Microsoft Word, there's a default color, which is usually black, or you can set it to be a default color. Well, I often set it to be black, and that's what this writer had done when he uploaded it. Well, the problem with an ebook is if you'd say on a Kindle or something like that, that has nighttime mode. And the guy said half the time half the book disappears on him. Well, it turns out when nighttime mode comes on, it reverses the color, so black becomes white, white becomes black. And if you set the black to be black rather than just auto color, it disappeared. He didn't know that, and I learned from it. So I went through and made sure all of my ebook uploaded. But a lesson to be learned by far. Say hello to our friends at Cat Good Brewing here in Castle Manorville, Under Pressure in Golden Valley, south by southeast in beautiful Pine Island. Or venues of similar nature near you. Family, pet friendly, kid friendly, fun friendly places with websites, be they specific websites or Facebook pages for holidays, general gathering, trivia, events. They often have board games and puzzles, and they have non-alcoholic options. I just over there the other day and had another dragon fruit root beer soda, not to be confused with the hard soda, whatever it's called, but hard seltzer, because there's a root beer hard seltzer. So I made sure I ordered the soda. But because I was driving, I don't want to go. You got anything to drink, sir? I'll have a red beer. But yeah, check them out. And Saturdays you can come over and do yoga. We don't judge if you drink before, during, or after, because yoga under the influence is still considered pure entertainment, particularly video and photo evidence. Just saying. Check out my books at sellersjr.com, my overall website, geekfengshui.com, this channel, which we really do appreciate all the likes people have been leaving. I hope to get more. Subscribe if you don't want to see my videos. And I'm open by it. If you don't like them, you don't like them. That's fine. Subscribe and set the bell not to see them. It's a double-edged sword because I benefit in the sense that I'm trying to get up to 500 in the next 5 years. And leave commentary. As long as it passes the sniff test. And if you're going to use foul language, it does help to have a dictionary and spell them correctly. But it has happened. They can't spell worth a dang. But again, one finger drooling with one eye closed, and yeah, diaper full. Trolls have a hard time. Anyway, have a good one. Please like. I appreciate it. Have a good one. Please like the video. Did I say that enough? Please like it. Did you say like? Please.